Hey, everybody. This is your girl, CT Connects. How are you? So, I wanted to come by and just talk about plans this evening. Have anybody ever made plans and you're like, okay, I'm planning for this to happen by this time, I'm gonna plan for that to happen at this time, and you get your plans and you get your goals and you get your timeline, and you start seeing that timeline inch closer and closer to these goal dates, and you start feeling anxiety and you start feeling like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not measuring up, or I can't keep up. Has anybody ever felt that way? Well, let me help you understand that you are not alone. Yes, you are not alone. Listen, no matter what it is that's on your plate, no matter how long your list is, just know that tomorrow is another day to tackle more. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Just take a breath in and relax. It's okay. Why? Not because you don't have deadlines to reach, or not because it's not important to keep your word and your promises to the goals that you make for yourself, but to make sure that you are flowing according to the plans that God created you to have, right? Sometimes we can have our view or our plans of something, and it doesn't mean that it's not supposed to happen, but it means that we have to understand that timing is everything, and that we are to just walk in peace as we're doing these things. Why? Because the blessings of the Lord makes us rich and adds no sorrow. Yes, anything worth having is hard work. In order to get something you've never had, you have to do things that you've never done. So Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans for welfare and not for evil." That means for good, for your benefit, right? And not to harm you, right? To give you a future. It doesn't mean to make you feel hopeless. It says, and a hope. So plans for good and not evil. Plans to give you a future and a hope. So whatever you're feeling hopeless about, whatever you're feeling disappointed in yourself about today, just remember, God knows the plans for you. When you were created, even before you knew you existed and had absolutely nothing, and you actually still have nothing to do with waking up in the morning. Anybody that tells you I wake myself up in the morning, they are a liar. I don't know anyone that can say I'm responsible for my eyeballs opening up. There are things inside of our bodies that happens to make that happen. And who's controlling those activities and neurons and electrons and chemicals in our bodies? It's not you, boo. So what does that mean? Trust the process. I know the plans I have for you. Plans for good, not for evil. Plans for good feelings, not for stress and anxiety. Plans that is going to work out. Not that, oh my gosh, it was one thing after another. No, plans to give you a future, meaning you got something good to look forward to. You may not have handled something today, but guess what? There's the next hour, there's tomorrow. And as long as you purpose in your mind to not quit and not give up and to keep trying again, then you're going to have that future. Because why? That's tomorrow. Yes. So we got to make sure that we are staying in a mental place of perspective. Don't allow yourself to get beat up. Don't allow yourself to be beat down. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves, but just know that the plans for you have already been declared, and those are plans for good and not evil. Plans for a great future and for hope. So make sure that you are walking in your purpose, that you are seeking peace and pursuing it, that you are not being too hard on yourself, that you are being realistic. Make sure you're not making long-term decisions off of temporary emotions, right? Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." So let that encourage you. Let that inspire you. Let that strengthen you, like you're getting some gas in your car, right? Let it help you go a few miles further down the road to your success. You guys have a good evening, and always know I love you. And make sure to go and follow I Am Cynthia Taylor on Instagram and CT Connects on Facebook. And make sure that you subscribe and share. Thanks for stopping by. See ya. Bye.